Let me talk to you a little bit about the challenge of changing careers. It's often easy to have that next job be a continuation of your past jobs. But when you're really changing careers into something different, you have to do it a little differently. So here are some of the things you need to think about. The first is your resume needs to be a different kind of resume. Instead of it being the chronological order of everything you've done, where the next job is that logical progression from where you've been, you've got to change it up a bit. So the way to do that is to do your resume more on what your accomplishments have been, what you've done and where you've added value, whether it's being leading teams or being a top salesperson. So you want to have an accomplishment-based resume as opposed to that chronological one. The other thing that you need to look at is what are your transferable skills? Now that word's overused a lot, but here's the real thing I want you to look at. Not just the skills you used in your last job, but what are the skills you've got that you love to use, that when you use them, you love the result? Those are the skills that you want to apply to that next job and career that's a different one. So not just transferable skills, but what are the skills you've got that you really love to use, that you're really good at, that you can use somewhere else? And the other thing I'd caution you on is be careful. Often we think the grass is greener on the other side of the street, and when we get there, it's really not. So do your homework and do your research and make sure that what you're going to is really something that you want to go to where it is better, and you're not just running away from where you've been because you didn't like it. So make sure where you want to go that it really is greener than where you've been. And as always, use your networks. Get out and talk to people. Particularly when you're changing your careers, that old business network you had may not be as useful because that was on the other stream. You're going in a new direction. So reach out as broad as you can, use your whole network, and tell them what you're up to so they can support you in making the change. If no one knows you're doing it, they can't help you. So those are some tips I've got on changing careers.